Let's show them a dazzling display they won't soon forget. Won't take but a moment here and you'll be positively radiant, you'll see. I'd rather we handled all this in the light of day, but whatever works. Brighter days are ahead. Just have to get through this rough patch. What can we do but try and make these dark days a bit brighter, cousin? You're going to put on a brilliant performance tonight, cousin. Peace will come again eventually, but for now, we have a reputation to uphold. From all of us upon Olympus, we are grateful for your ongoing support. Must be something I can do to brighten up your evening there a bit. Go on, sunshine, and may my light help guide you where you need to be. Can't have a nice day out in the sun? Well, here's the next best thing. You're brilliant without my light, though here's a little just in case. Much as I'd rather offer poetry and music, right now, these shall have to do. Where there's light, there's hope, sunshine. So get set for some of each. Oh, this is going to be a sensational night, I can already tell. Your foes won't so much as touch you once we dazzle them a bit. I'd cast a plague upon our enemies, but think you'll do the trick. Tread lightly down there, and remember, we're with you all the way. Remember, don't go heading down into the dark without a light. I confess I'm rather enjoying this particular song and dance. Do bide your time, sunshine. The Titan thinks he has us pinned, but we have the situation here under control. Just locked in a bit of a stalemate is all. To think we'd wage war against our own grandfather. Not that we should give Kronos that sort of credit. He's a disgrace to our line, a hateful Titan, not a god. Not family. I rather hoped old Kronos and his ilk would have seen the light by now, but alas, we'll just have to keep shining it in their faces for a while. That Kronos is up to something, but not even Athena knows what. His assaults on Olympus always fail, even if they've kept us occupied. What's his next move? No wonder Kronos hates us, right? Admittedly, we've got some prickly personalities here, but for all our quirks, we're family, and we stick together. Something Titans wouldn't understand. So you were born and raised in some secluded grove down there. No luxuries, mortal worshippers. So much living to catch up on once this ugly matter is resolved. I like being the god of many things. There's light and poetry, music, healing. So many passions and all the time in the world. Why settle for just blacksmithing or what have you? A bit embarrassed to admit that I'm the god of prophecy among everything else. I ought to have seen this Titan business coming. But I didn't. And old Kronos caught us out. As god of prophecies, I'm certain that we're going to succeed. Exactly how, though, I can't say for sure. That's prophecies for you. Blasted, frustrating things most of the time. If Artemis was terse or impolite with you, don't take it personally, please. It's how she is with everyone. Always been the solitary sort, and we never know where she is when we need her. You trained under Hecate, the Witch of the Crossroads. She's well respected here, though we've not seen her in a while, of course. I often speak ill of Titans lately, but I'm reminded that they're not all bad. My sister Artemis once also trained with Hecate, you know. Trained in what, however, I have no idea. I still remember how they'd howl at night like a pack of wolves. Bit unnerving, honestly. I never was particularly close with your father, but I guess neither were you. Always struck me as a gloomy sort, though he did seem to care a lot about his own. He'll get his justice yet. My half-sister Athena knew your brother well and sends her regards. She's preoccupied with our defense, leading our frontline forces and all that. She regrets that she can't aid you thus. Well, Sunshine, it's just the two of us again now that you slaughtered every... What exactly do you call those? Well, no matter. Here. Look at you strutting through the underworld as though you own the place. Although perhaps you do. Not sure how it works with the succession plans down there. You're more of a night person, aren't you, Sunshine, accustomed to the dark? Me, I'm more the broad daylight type, but hey, to each their own. Don't know how you managed all this time without so much as a ray of light down there. Different worlds, I guess. But sometimes good things happen when such worlds collide. Mortals look to us for guidance and inspiration. They must be horrified by what they're seeing of late. Half of them seem to be against us now. Let's hope it's the other half that's left once all this is over. We'll keep holding it together on this mountaintop, just as long as you keep holding it together wherever it is you happen to be. Take care, all right? Ugh, this blasted war. Leaves little time for music or for poetry or any of life's joys. Though it's brought the family closer together, I guess. So you're a witch, are you? Interesting craft. Your magic-making words possess a certain rhythm and power. Poetry is much the same, except its magic affects only the heart. Wonder what there is to do for leisure down in Erebus when one isn't rigorously training to vanquish hateful titans and such. There must be something. What sort of light can I provide for you today? I've got hard light, soft light, blinding light, last thing a mortal ever sees light, you name it. You ever wonder what light really is, cousin? Can't grasp it in your hand, doesn't weigh a thing, yet it's all around us. A real mystery. I'm waiting for the mortals to figure it out. Our world's been through worse times than this, cousin. So I am told, at least. I've not seen anything this bad. Still, it's nothing we can't handle, right? Alright, sunshine. What do you say we cut the song and dance and set you up with something positively brilliant this time? See here. There's no one god of vengeance on Olympus because we all share that responsibility at times. Go on. Take back what's yours. Just getting started for the evening, are you, sunshine? Don't know about you, but I've got a good feeling about how this is going to go. The night is young and I've found you already. You don't suppose some of my sister's tracking skill is starting to rub off on me, do you? An offering for me? What a delightful surprise. And I haven't had a lot of those of late. Know what? I've something for you too. Such a thoughtful gift. It's gracious of you to think of me like this, and during such a time. Though there's no need to go out of your way. Come now, you truly shouldn't have. Such flattery is entirely unnecessary, I assure you. Although it's perfectly welcome. Oh, you're too kind. You didn't have to get me this. I never knew you underworld gods were so damn courteous. You know our customs better than we do. You seem a bit out of sorts, sunshine. I'm supposed to be the god of healing, though even I can't aid you all that much in your present state. But let me see what I can do. Oof, you seem unwell, cousin. Either you're pushing yourself too hard, or your foes landed a few too many hits. Perhaps both. Take care, all right? It's fortunate the underworld boatman's still plying his trade even during a downturn such as this. I trust his prices have gotten better at least. Or perhaps worse. We have to reach you however we can, and Charon's been more than keen to oblige. Bit of an odd fellow, but then, aren't we all? You wound me, cousin. After everything we've been through together, you'd brush me off so easily. Ugh. Now really isn't the time for petty squabbles, but I'm afraid you leave me with no choice. Oh, enough of this. Let's turn our combined might back in the same direction and move on. That got a bit ugly, didn't it? How about we both stay focused on the task at hand? How did there come to be so much deceit in this world, cousin? Believe me, we've needed a god of truth around here sometimes. Happy to do it and hope it catches on. Hope you don't mind I call you Sunshine, by the way. I mean it when I say it. I know you come from underneath the earth, but there's this brilliance about you. Your mother's side, I guess. There anybody special in your life? A princess like yourself must have suitors of all sorts. I've had my share, though I'm not the marrying type. And besides, I don't think Hera would oblige. Where in blazes are you now, Sunshine? It's like you're at the bottom of the sea. Wherever it is, it's awful dark, and as you know, I've always got the cure for that. My word, you reached the surface, didn't you, Sunshine? I thought your birthright meant you couldn't live up here. The surface used to be more pleasant, but ever since the siege, Uncle Poseidon has been going all out with quakes and cataclysms in response, stirring up the land like it's his mixing bowl. You must be in the city of Ephyra to the west, a staging ground for our enemies. With the underworld gates thrown open, Kronos can replenish his forces faster than we can kill them off. My father Zeus already got you, did he? Blessed you, I should say. He's a god of many inclinations, but when our rule is threatened or even insulted, no one fights back more fiercely. Beneath our Uncle Poseidon's affable veneer is a ferocity I've learned to carefully avoid. If he's backed you with his ocean strength, you're better off. Go make the most of it. Word of advice about good Lady Aphrodite? Don't get distracted. She speaks of love and beauty, though she's no stranger to conflict. Perhaps my power can offset her own. Ah, you've met my stepmother, have you? I'm fortunate to feel loved, but Hera, well, I'm not her favourite. Long as no one leads her to believe you're Zeus's child, you'll be just fine. Hey, you got old Hestia to crawl out of the woodwork. She normally wants nothing to do with any of us, though this business with Kronos got her all worked up. Well, good. When Artemis first told me about you, I couldn't help but think of Demeter. She couldn't be there for your mother when Kronos struck, but I know she'll do everything she can for you. You got there faster than expected, which might mean you got a bit of a boost from Hermes. He's swift for sure, though I can never get a straight answer out of him about anything. How fares your voyage here, Sunshine? If only we could whisk you over with more godlike means, but the skies are as treacherous as the waters, as I suspect you've noticed. When Artemis first told me your tale, I figured it was just one of her pranks. Taking on the Titan yourself, come on. But it did sound like something a vengeful child of Hades might attempt. So you get to pick your poison between going after Kronos in the underworld or coming to our rescue here. Truth is, there's been some dispute as to which is the brighter idea, but you must know what you're doing better than we. Greetings from Olympus and well met there, Sunshine. Look, we can't get to the Titan, but if you truly mean to stop him, then the least I can do is light your way down. Greetings, honored cousin. I'm here now with none other than the bringer of thunder and lightning, magnanimous king of Olympus, your great lord uncle and my illustrious father, Zeus. I'm grateful for the flattery, father, though your fair niece is more than capable of fending for herself. Still, an extra bit of insurance from the heavens couldn't hurt, right? Cousin, our uncle and I were just debating what to do about mortals who turn their backs on us. I think a year or so of plague should settle up the score, but Lord Poseidon here thinks it's more important to go big. Oh, come now, uncle, I don't yield to pressure quite so easily. I just knew this situation would be more than you could handle on your own. We're not just family, we're a team, aren't we? I know you were expecting me, Sunshine, but my glorious stepmother, the Queen, would like a word this instant, so I'd better step aside, all right? Now, stepmother, don't all we gods aspire to your husband's excellence? I do appreciate the kind comparison. My fair cousin likewise surely has her father's finest traits. Great Hestia has joined us here, cousin, returned from all her journeys across the world to lend her wisdom in our time of need. Where glows her hearth flame, you shall also find my light. And together we can— right away, dear Lady Hestia, though might we please take more precaution not to burn down half the mountaintop this time? All of us here want you to succeed, cousin, though none so much as Lady Demeter. I'm reminded that you are her grandchild after all. Wait, she wants to speak to you herself. Did I offend somehow, good Lady Demeter? I know the times have been quite cruel, though why don't we direct that cruelty at our enemies, instead of heaping it upon each other here? I lost my train of thought, cousin. For Aphrodite here, she doesn't seem to understand the meaning of a private conversation. Lady, would you care to join us then? Now that you mention it, Lady Aphrodite, these flaxen locks of mine are a little bit akin to the pale lustre of my cousin's flowing mane. There must be so much beauty in her realm as well. You know, cousin, one thing you and Hephaestus have in common is you don't seem to get a lot of sun. I often try to coax him from his cave, and while I usually fail, not this time. Oh, I can more than imagine, brother. Part of being talented is making things look easy. Take you and blacksmithing. For me, it's quite like that, but with a bunch of other things. Not your first choice. Perhaps you haven't heard, so I'll enlighten you. My generosity is not unlimited. I have few weak points, but my pride is one. You got me where it hurts, so now I've got to get you back. Was it something I said or did? Or perhaps you don't respect my power, even when it's turned against you thus? I go out of my way to offer you my strength and you refuse? That's not something any self-respecting god can abide. Come on, Sunshine, why the snub? You should know that when my feelings get hurt, it's never the only thing. I have a reputation to live up to. I can't just let you brush me off like some pathetic commoner with nothing but a prayer. Perhaps someday we'll all be able to resolve our differences more sensibly. But we're the gods and we're a family, damn it. Beneath this sunny disposition, I have something of a vengeful streak, cousin. Though I know actions speak louder than words. Forgive my little outburst there, would you? Just a bit of bad temper. Runs in the family. A momentary flash of anger was all. We gods are easily hurt for a bunch of immortals. You were just messing with me back there, right? I normally can take a prank just fine, but we've all been a bit on edge. No use keeping anger bottled up. We're gods. We control everything but our emotions, right? Relationships grow stronger through adversity, so ours must have grown a little stronger there. Sorry about that, Sunshine. When my wrath flares up, probably best not to be anywhere in the vicinity. Well, so much for that lot. May my blessing serve you better than them. You earned it. I let frustrations get the best of me, but that entertaining spectacle shook me out of it. Hello, Sunshine. Hello, cousin. Guess who, Sunshine? Greetings from Olympus. At your service. Surprise, surprise. I'm very much obliged. A brilliant choice. Why, thank you kindly. Music to my ears. Wisely decided there. Discerning taste. Naturally. For certain. There. You got it. For you. Right. Sure thing. Brilliant. Mess with me and it's lights out, Sunshine. Need I remind you, I'm not always as nice as I look. Best not push the bounds of our relationship too far. I'm no less prone to wrath than any of us, cousin. We Olympians can't all be the best, because it's my job. You left me little choice but the old show of force. The other evening, we lost contact with you in the deepest level of the underworld. Soon after, though, our enemies flew into disarray, at least for a while. Your doing, wasn't it? Fine work. The sightless Cyclops Polyphemus bars your passage, does he now? Don't know what good my light will do against the likes of him, though perhaps I can help get you there in one piece. We've confirmed sightings of that Eris buzzing about. She's from your realm, not ours, so you may be more privy to how come she's showed up uninvited, though that tends to be her style. Somebody needs to shoo her away already. Prometheus himself leading the assault against us. One of our sole allies amongst Titan kind become a bitter foe. All because of how we treated him. Or because he knows which side shall be victorious when all is said and done. We've got a situation starting to unfold. A big crevasse opened up at the base of the mountain, and something's in there. Something big. And it's breathing. Suppose it's friendly? Ever wondered just how gargantuan is Typhon, the father of all monsters, truly? Well, you need but pay a visit here and you'll find out. Till then, we'll just have to fend him off. You are a little easier to spot with twin torches in hand, though yours don't seem to cast the customary kind of light. Truly, the more I learn of you, the more questions I have. Couldn't help but notice there's no bow in your arsenal. Artemis and I, we figure why sully our hands when we can settle any ugly business from afar. Although your magic may suffice. Cousin, weren't you headed to Olympus last I checked? Must have been waylaid by the Titan's thugs. Well, don't give up. Although I guess you wouldn't be there if you did. You've struck a solid blow against the Titan's forces, but they've started to regroup. Still, these types of victories must shake them to the core. Let's drive them back. They're saying you got Kronos, didn't you, Sunshine? Last night at least, but that's the Deathless Titans for you. Never staying down for long. Though you've something in mind for that, my sister says. Judging by all his vengeful roars, Typhon must hate my father almost as much as Kronos does. But are they truly working together? A monster such as that couldn't possibly be taking orders from a Titan. Or anybody. If Typhon keeps coming back, eventually there may be no mountain here left to climb. I know my father and Queen Hera have a plan in case things could not get more dire. But I'm more optimistic for whichever plan you have in mind. I still can't entirely believe you got him, Sunshine. Typhon should have taken the combined might of our entire family. And in a way he did, it's just the rest of us were busy fighting back his swarms. He's really got to stretch thin. We should be able to hold back Typhon for a while longer. Especially now that you've shown us a thing or two about how it's done, Sunshine. You're going after Kronos now, aren't you? Well, ridding us of him certainly wouldn't hurt. I didn't think matters could get much more precarious for us. But if the fates are truly gone, then their prophecies about the future may not come to pass. They foretold our family's eternal rule over the world. What if they were wrong? Come on, the pleasure is mine. It's not all sunshine on Olympus recently. But then I hear from you, and I'm left feeling everything will be all right. Don't quite know how that happened, but I'm very grateful that we met. I'm an Olympian. I'm used to glad-handers and sycophants. Everybody wants our favour, right? And I can smile and nod better than anyone, even father. Yet with you, well, if only we had more chances to talk than trading courtesies. When I first reached out to you many nights ago, I figured, hey, another cousin. I like those. But the truth is, I never expected you to make as great a difference as you have. My hope is I've done my part to make it possible. Believing in you couldn't have been easier, Lady Malinui. Even without this ambrosia dancing with moonbeams from the crossroads, I feel truly blessed to have met you, and that my sister found you when she did. You're the greatest boon our family has received in a long, long time. Ares and I were just chatting about how we seem to get on best when we're on the same side of a war. So, brother, is this all an elaborate ploy to bring us closer together? Oh, come on, Ares, you've never been big on bringing conflicts to an end. Probably why you showed up so late to this one. But you saw how great a time the rest of us were having and just had to get involved. Between us, I have never seen Ares so pleased as he has been recently. And I can probably imagine why. This war that we've been waging, it's a real piece of work even for him. Don't know what it is exactly, but something about this night made me flash back to when first you contacted me in those very woods. Well, either strange forces are at work or just my imagination, right? You're just outside the Ethera gates, aren't you? That city is beyond salvation. I know they used to worship your mother and father there, but still. If it were up to me alone, I'd sweep the place away and start anew. There's something exceedingly odd about tonight. Haven't we already had an evening just like this, down to the smallest detail? Your magic at work, perhaps? As long as it isn't Kronos. Such a dark and oppressive night this is shaping up to be. Even if I could illuminate all your foes waiting in ambush, I'm not sure you'd want to see them. Be very careful out there. See, Sunshine, whenever you head out with the harmonic photon that you got from me, I won't be far behind. And you'll get a warm fuzzy feeling for good measure. Wait, you're right on Olympus now, Sunshine. So close to us, though I am painfully aware the worst is yet to come as you press on. Fortunately, I have the best for you right here. You did it, Sunshine! I'd say I knew you would, but the truth is, I had an inkling of doubt, especially once I saw Typhon for myself. Oh, anything to take our minds off of what's happening. At least you bought us a bit of reprieve so I could play again at all. Typhon is going to be back though, isn't he? Can't you just contact her by boon? I'll bring one forth for you in case that works. And thanks for everything, cousin. Wish you could stay since you just got here, though I know it's not the time. Be safe out there. It's good to see you again, cousin. Just as I was beginning to fear my song would be tonight's sole source of cheer. Of course, you must be on your last legs. The others surely would have liked to see you too, especially your grandmother, but they couldn't leave their posts. Please accept our apologies, and let us help you to return. You truly think we'll soon get blasted Typhon well out of our way for good? That'd be a welcome change. Well, remind me never to get on your bad side, sunshine. You ready to head home? Always good to see you, though I'd best get back to singing so that everyone stays calm. We're not much used to it here either for how dark it's been of late. Though let's get you back before it drains you more. Sounds like you have to pay Kronos a visit soon. We're not much used to it here either for how dark it's been of late. Though let's get you back before it drains you more. That monster, truly gone. You got him. Forever. Not that my faith in you wavered since your initial victory, it's just... I still can't entirely believe it. So now for Kronos then. With Prometheus and such still causing problems, we won't be getting all too comfortable just yet. Especially not while our main foe is out there still. Go get him, Sunshine. We ought to be feasting in your name as far as I'm concerned, Sunshine. No sign of Dionysus still, and our new guest has drawn most of the attention. Soon we also won't be letting anybody in from the outside. Not entirely, but my impression is he's sending Kronos back into the underworld, to Lord Hades. Apparently they've reached some sort of bargain. So, you truly think our grandfather has changed? Oh, come on, it's all of us who should be thanking you, and quite profusely I should add. Anyhow, not like this is a permanent farewell. I'll keep in touch by boon, alright? Ready to head back again? Here, let me light the way. Splendid work as usual, Sunshine. We're all grateful you made the trip. By now, you'd probably much rather be where it isn't quite this bright. It's only thanks to you that I can sit and strum here at a time like this. It's good to see you, Sunshine, but you'd best speak to Father first. Best not to keep your Lord Uncle waiting. I'll be right here. I think the King and Queen might like a word. That's for you. Should help you get home. Take care now. That's your boon. Well, good evening. It's a beautiful night, Lady Selene. And you must be the esteemed Witch of the Crossroads. You've trained my cousin very well indeed, to have brought Kronos to our heights, still in one piece. Well, we consider it a palace, but, no. No, we've been appointed to escort you to the Crossroads as a symbol of our family's unity, and come bearing a gift. Shall we be off? I know you're not one to complain, but it couldn't have been easy for you being at the palace here at the break of dawn. Probably much more light than you're used to. We're hardly used to it either now, thanks to all of Typhon's storms. Kronos must have thought nothing could stop him if he unleashed Typhon, but he thought wrong. Let's throw everything we've got at him and finish this, Sunshine. It was a joy and honor to accompany you to the Crossroads on Selene's silver chariot, cousin. The ballad Artemis and I performed, that's the first we jointly composed. We don't always get along, but you inspired us. So we're now working to prevent even the possibility that Typhon could have overwhelmed us here. And the Titan's forces are somehow part of this new plan. Well, if you're in, I'm in. Should make my evenings more exciting for a bit. Even if you manage to make Kronos see the light, the three fates are still missing. And we're supposed to believe he doesn't know where they are. This couldn't possibly be what they wanted or foretold. Didn't think we'd let Prometheus continue his assault like this. Some partnership we formed. Also, you can recreate the path you took to Typhon, to then face the monster's remnants on the summit as before. Even though your mother and father are back, you can't just stroll down to the bottom of the underworld, can you? Finding remnants of Kronos means recreating the conditions in which you faced him before, something like that. You found a harmful trace of Kronos, now a trace of Typhon's next. Glad there's no real sign of them from where we sit. Besides their scattered forces and the devastation that they caused, but that can be cleared up. So pleased you finally got to meet your brother, by the way. Me, I have more than enough of those, but if you grew up as an only child, you could probably use one. And it's never too late to make up for lost time. The Fates are back, all three of them, Sunshine. Such a relief to feel their prophecies again. They even now foretell the dawning of a new and different age. Plenty of time to prepare. Though let's make the most of it, right? If Prometheus truly had the foresight that everything would happen as it did, why bar your path and fight so fiercely, only to be defeated again and again? Unless the dawning of a new age wouldn't come about in any other way. That photon I gave you has seen plenty of good use by now, hasn't it? I know you don't always need a light in the darkness like so many others, so I'm pleased it could help. What is that fancy staff you've got, with a serpent coiled at the top? How strange, it's reminiscent of a vision that I've had, about a masterwork that can do no harm. It's complicated who owns what up here. You know Helios, the sun? He's back to tramping across the sky in his chariot like nothing's changed. But he'd be lost without my light. Titans, what can you do? Perhaps you knew this boon was going to be mine, for how can my light be contained even in a heavy parcel? Must have been glowing a little at least, right? Normally, my light makes it easy to spot whoever needs a blessing or a smiting, but you always seem to be in shadow. Fortunately, Charon seems to know how to get hold of you. That boatman's something of a coin collector, isn't he? Well, once we're finished with old Kronos, all those gold crowns of his will be extremely rare collector's items. We started working with Charon back when we had to figure out a system to transport all the mortal dead down to your father's realm. Must be more pleasant hauling messages from us. Hephaestus has been hard at work on our defences, so I'm pleased you've heard from him. Don't take his surly manner the wrong way. He doesn't get out much. Certainly not these days. You can count on most of us, but I can't speak for Dionysus. Don't even know where he is. I like a feast as much as anybody at the proper time, but the god of wine thinks the proper time is all the time. Before you go charging off to battle and glory once more, please allow me. And may this blessing be of benefit every step of the way tonight. I'm a bit of a physician, Sunshine, and my professional opinion is your vital signs are not the best right now. Although perhaps we can still get you back in shape. For such a fearful lot, mortals sure love killing each other. There was this war they had a while back that even had us gods at one another's throats. I tried to settle it with plague and arrows and such, but no. Father wanted it to play out. I always wished to see the House of Hades. Though your father and mother have a royal guard, I may have sent to their realm prematurely. It'd make things rather awkward if we ran into each other there. You're in the morning fields. I wonder, does the hyacinth grow there? The flower of a gentle prince long gone. Once the underworld reopens, perhaps I could go seek him out. I don't like getting swept up in our family's petty feuds, especially with older generations that apparently have nothing better to do. But you and I couldn't exactly sit this one out, could we? I caught merely a glimpse, though that was poetry in motion the way you handled yourself against that lot. Talent runs in the family. Some of us just wound up with a bigger share. Artemis says you're rather musically inclined. Runs in the family. Even your parents have an ear for it, what with Orpheus as their court musician. It is the best I ever taught. I can't believe we've let those satyrs overrun our mountainside. Leave it to Dionysus to try and make friends with them, but I've had no such fortune, believe me. For all the boons we've offered, you've given us quite the blessing in exchange. Olympus has powerful allies. Well, you and Heracles at least. But you have this spark so many others don't. It's often said there's nothing new under the sun, though I've not seen a weapon quite like what you're wielding there. The legendary arms of night, Hephaestus says. Impressive stuff. My light normally can't reach the depths of the underworld, but you can change all that. We're all in this together till the end, Sunshine. Whenever that is going to be, right? I don't like getting swept up in family affairs, but I couldn't exactly sit this one out. As god of prophecies, I'm certain that we're going to succeed. Talent runs in the family. Some of us just wound up with a bigger share. Look at you strutting through the underworld as though you own the place. Don't know how you managed all this time without so much as a ray of light down there. What sort of light can I provide for you today? Don't know about you, but I've got a good feeling about how this is going to go. You were a little easier to spot with twin torches in hand. Such a dark and oppressive night this is shaping up to be. Before you go charging off to battle and glory once more, please allow me. May this blessing be of benefit every step of the way tonight. For all the boons we've offered, you've given us quite the blessing in exchange. I like being the god of many things. So many passions and all the time in the world.